In this video, we're going to take a look at how to utilize Classwize. If you're unfamiliar with Classwize, Classwize is a classroom management tool that will allow you to see the activity on your students' devices while they are in your class. So what we're going to do first is we're going to log into the teacher portal. So this is the site that you would use to log in, and you can be accessible through ClassLink or through the direct URL link, which I will share with everyone. And once you arrive at the screen, you're going to click Sign in with Azure, which is related to Microsoft Office 365, so there's no new username and password to remember. So once I have signed in, it's going to load a screen of tiles with all the classes that I teach. So Classwize is syncing with our student information system, so these classes will be accurate as long as the student information system is accurate. So if you have new enrollees or students who disenroll, this will update automatically. You don't have to worry about doing that yourself. So the first time you ever use this, what is going to be beneficial for you to do is to set up the bell schedule for each of the classes you teach. And this way, as soon as you go into Classwize, you have your first class, the being able to monitor the students will be automatic. You won't have to press anything. So what I mean is, let's say, example, this is my coding class. I'm going to click on this little tool right over here where it says Class Settings. And then I'm going to come over here to this tab where it says scheduling. Now you can see here I have already started scheduling for this class. And in most cases, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be adding a schedule 5 times so that you can set the schedule for each day the class meets, and 9 times out of 10, the class meets at the same time every day. So you're just going to repeat this process until you have every single day. I'm not going to add anything more right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and click Save. That's a one-time thing. You only have to do that once, but you do have to do it for each one of your classes. Now, let's say the time has come for this class to meet and I want to view their activity as they're working. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my coding class. Now you can see here my class is not in session because the timestamps that I chose do not match the time that I'm currently doing this and making this video. So I'm going to start just a little ad hoc class. And I'll set it for 10 minutes from the time it is now, and I'll go ahead and click Start. So as your students start to come in, turn their devices on, and log in, you will start to see their thumbnail appear on your screen, and you'll be able to see exactly what the students are on. If you want a clear picture of what each of your students are on, you can click on their thumbnail and you will be able to see exactly what sites they are working on, or if they are working on OneNote or anything like that, you will also be able to see that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this for now. If you're just using it for monitoring purposes, this is really all you need to do. But if you would like to execute some additional control, you can come up to here where it says Class Tools. And I'm just going to highlight a few of the ones that I think you would use most often. So one of the tools in here is Pause Internet. And what that will do is it would disable the internet from everybody who is in your class. Now, by default, it will select all the students in your class, but you can choose just select students if you think they need to be off the internet for a while. So if I go ahead and I click pause, what's going to happen is if the students try to get to another site or any web pages they currently have open, as you can see here, it says it's been locked and it has been disabled. So the students will get a message indicating that the teacher has locked this. I'm going to close this right now. If you have set up the bell schedule, if you left pause on, the pause would remain on until the class ended based on the bell schedule that you created, but you can end it at any time during the midst of your class. So I'm going to click End Pause. Now I'm going to come back over to Class Tools, and I want to show you something else that can be very helpful, which is called Focus. So what Focus does is you can create a list of websites that the students are allowed to go on while they are in your class. Anything else that they try to go on will automatically be blocked. So let's say, for instance, you're a math teacher and you only want them to be able to get to a few sites related to what you would normally use in the classroom. So, wrong place. I'm going to create a focus. And I'm going to type in Schoology, and it should start to populate with the site. You don't usually have to type in the entire URL. If I typed in Delta Math, you can see here it starts to populate. If you want to make available like a very specific website and you don't want to give the students full access to all of YouTube, you could put in the exact URL for that, and then you would have to put in, the additional information for that. If you were to just put in YouTube, the students would have full access to everything on YouTube, which may be what you want, maybe you don't. So once you have listed all of this here, you can save this focus to your library, so that you could use this all the time, and that so that you don't have to type these sites every single time if you think you're going to be using this focus group more often. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Apply Focus. So it's going to apply this focus over. And now you can see what happens is when I have applied that focus, it also automatically will push the sites that I included in the focus right on to there. So it opened up, or if you recall, the two sites I included in my focus were Schoology and Delta Math. So it closed other sites and then it just pushed these open. And if I tried to get to another place as a student that wasn't in my teacher's focus list, you can see here I'm going to get automatically blocked. And I am blocked, it just hasn't caught up on the screen yet. There it goes. So this is a really helpful tool if you want to limit what the students can access on their devices at the time of your class. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. The last tool that I'm going to show you that could be helpful to you is announcement. So if you want to make an announcement to everybody in the class, you can go ahead and click in here, and I can say pack up, and then I can hit send. And what's going to happen is a window is going to pop up on every student's device that I am connected with, and I will be able to see that they have gotten this message, and they will see it show up right here. One of the nuances that you may come across is that some students in your class who are actively working on their devices are showing that they are technically not on the internet, even though they are. It will say waiting for student activity. This can happen for a number of reasons. They are idle and they haven't done anything on their computer in 90 seconds. It will go into this idle mode. B, it's possible, very unlikely, but possible that the students are not connected to your Wi-Fi. They are in airplane mode. Or there may be an issue just with connecting to Classwize in itself. And usually if the student reboots their device, that will correct the issue. So this was just a brief overhaul of how to use Classwize and monitor your students' tablets while you're in class.